So we're streaming now. I don't know how. I have no idea how the hell. I have no idea how the hell to do that. My fat face that you married. That's it's the truth though. Uh, Put it on my Discord. So been a very slow. Yeah, like I said, the upload speed sucks. You still had the delay. No, well, mm, yeah, yeah, it's one of those things. You guys ready? Episode 5. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk. I'm not editing these live streams. There's no really point of editing this live stream for any reason. This is basically it's basically us three bickering and answering questions. That's pretty much what podcasts basically are right now. I know so far is three people bickering and answering questions. Oh hell yeah! I canceled it. Remember? I told you this a while ago. No, I'm not. Hell, I have not. I have not be 100% for censorship. Oh fuck no, we're not. We're not. And Ashley knows it too, and you know it, Greg. We just want to start shit again. I have no SJ fucking W, or I'm not for full censorship for Dead or Alive 6. I like. Yeah, yeah. It's just basically we like it because it's fan service and the boob physics and everything else. Other than that, it's like it's like that's why I canceled us. Like Sandra Kagra rebust may and may not get the censorship. Basic. Well, you only like little happy face, and a little bit of steam, but you see pretty much the whole outline of it when you rip the clothes apart. No, no, they don't. They don't cloud out bathing suits. They cloud out the stuff when they're butt naked. Very you could like the nipples part and the down there not that much, but hey Lloyd Wolf, yeah, yeah, I actually live streamed this on the playlist, one of the Sano Kagura game that you can find out. Oh, I can borrow a strip. I have that game. That was a fun game. Yeah, I have that too. They actually made an anime of it. The anime sucked. This night doesn't even remotely Not even the same characters from the game to the anime. Hey, Post. It's on Crunchyroll. You can watch it. That's what do you mean using that mod? The DOA games is only if it's a beach volleyball ones. That's worth modding. The fighting, not really. I like the Akiba strip anime. Yeah, they have it. Yeah, they have it. I watched some of it. It's on Crunchyroll. You big pervert. You're. Yes. We just like the artwork too. I watch it for the artwork, the beautiful paintings. I think I should. Hey, I admit I play for the boob physics. I have. Well, yeah, I don't know about the Sana Kagura rebus, basically the remade version of PS3 of it to the PS4. Hopefully everything's still the same with more extra stuff or DLC with it. But if PS4 does this, I'm not buying any type of girls with boob physics on the PS4 anymore. And a lot of these companies, they actually make money off of fan service, so. Garas. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I actually played Hana Kagura before. Mm-hmm. The only person I can hear is Lance. Okay, wait a second. I can fix that right now. Yep, it's fixed now. Now you can hear them. Sorry about that. Oops, technical difficulty on my end. It's not my fault. I blame everything on Grim. Oh shit, Bolt's here. So so Vera's done.
Yes, I just posted in the stream.
Vera's done streaming. So we got Vera's people. Hello, Vera's people. Welcome to hell. Give me your souls as collateral to make myself look young and beautiful, and my skin so smooth.
So is the audio fixed?
Audio's fixed.
Yeah.
Audio's fixed.
Okay, that sounds good. Hey, Wolf. Wolf, I'm gonna vote for governor of Maine. I hope he runs.
Yes, Stephen King.
Yeah.
Or is it H.P. Lovecraft? Me and Grim was talking about this a while ago. For a while ago.
So, back to the whole idea of fan service, right? That we were just talking about. The idea that women don't like fan service and that's offensive to women.
Well,
like, where does that come from? Where does it come from? Ashley, where do you think it comes from? Because I don't get it. I mean, these games, right?
Either. Have you seen?
These games have been around forever.
Have you seen all these girls that go to anime conventions and dress as their favorite characters, but their favorite characters happen to be half naked?
Oh, absolutely. That's a great point.
That is most of the girls at conventions.
Mm-hmm.
We like fan service. If you ever been to the anime community and the gaming community, us girls love fan service. So I don't know where it's coming from. I bet it's coming from them people that are non-anime and non-gamer people.
Not only that, it's just these. The SJW is a very small community. They're literally small. They think they.
I mean, the gaming community is huge. The anime community is humongous.
Yeah. And it's just that little small group thinks that the has the right for everything. Plus, we have a new president of Sony too, so he's basically screwing everything up right now as well.
Well,
I mean,
remember,
I'm going to show this new manga I got, and this can show you how much I like fan service.
Oh, wait a second, let me make this bigger. There we go. What is that, Grim?
I just wanted to mention that a lot of people might turn around and say, like, hey, a lot of those girls that are dressing up as these characters, they're like teenagers or younger teenagers, and that's true that some of them are, but it's a mistake.
Most of them are adults.
Yeah,
majority of them are adults.
It's a mistake to say that.
Most of them are in their 20s, 30s, 40s.
They're adults.
Right. And that's what I'm getting at, is it's a mistake to think that it's not also adults that are dressing up. Because it is. It's a lot of adults. And it's a lot of kids. But it's also a lot of adults.
Yeah.
And
because you only can get into an anime convention by yourself if you're 18 and older. If you're with an adult, that's fine.
Well, Anime Boston, which is one of the larger anime conventions, you have to be 13 to get in.
I mean, you can get in, but you have to be with an adult. That was at Otakon, and that was in Maryland.
Right. So Otakon did that, but I know Anime Boston doesn't do that. You don't need to be. So if you're 13 or older,
it was in Baltimore. That was the reason.
So I mean, I guess it would make sense. I mean, I'm not sure why they had that, but
Baltimore City. That's all I gotta say.
Baltimore is a high crime rate.
Yeah.
Like one of the highest in this country.
Higher than Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no, not Pittsburgh, Philadelphia.
When that riot happened a couple years ago, the mayor of Baltimore says let it all burn down because she thought that she'll get the money from FEMA to get the city built back together, but it never happened because it's basically the mayor's fault.
Probably. Anyway, I don't know a lot about that.
Otakon has moved. It moved to Washington, D.C.
And I'm never going to go near Washington, D.C.
Why not? Not even drive through it?
No.
But you can drive around it.
It's a nightmare. Washington, D.C. is a nightmare to get through. The traffic is horrible. All the time.
I don't want to deal with any kind of military or government installation.
So, Lance, you've been playing a lot of Persona 3.
Oh, God.
Tell us how you're enjoying it.
It's a grind.
Tell us how you're enjoying the game.
I'm not enjoying it too much. It's a grind fest. I wonder why I stopped playing it. I remember why. It's because it's a huge grind fest.
Well, before you started playing it, I did tell you that it's the worst of them.
But you never told me what the reason was. You forgot why you didn't finish it.
Right. I never finished the game. I never got halfway through it.
I'm going to have to finish. I am going to finish it. It's going to take me about more than a week or two. And 1 week of it is just basically me just sitting here, burning my eyes, grinding the damn character. It takes so long just to level up.
Well, in my game that I'm playing, it doesn't take long.
No, you
play. Is there an action replay for it? What are you playing it on?
The PlayStation TV.
Oh, so you can't use an action replay.
I don't have an action replay for the PS2 because I have it for the PS2 as well, the Persona 3.
So maybe you should play it on the PS2 and use an action replay. Yeah. Just level up instantly, then you can win the game.
Yeah, I'm just gonna probably play once, no new plus or anything, because it's just a joke. This is like their experimentation. What they first time doing the way they did it for Persona 4 and 5. It's like the first time they're doing the transition from 2 to 4. So 3 is like in the middle, try to figure what ground it's on.
I mean, it just I hear what you're saying. I don't remember a lot about it, so.
Yeah, because Persona 2 is like Final Fantasy, just pops out of nowhere and you fight. 4 is actually you go around and attack, then you actually use turn-based attack and other stuff with it. 3 is like transition from 2 to 4. So it's like 3 is like in the middle. Don't know like what's this pretty much part of, because back then they were actually experimenting that kind of thing. You know, that's how Kingdom Hearts came in. You know, you got the actual live action attacks instead of like turn-based.
Right.
So it's like, well, I remember that. I remember that a few years. Every single gaming company, RPG game company, were having a fit. You know, transitioning over, see which one's better. You know, some live in RPG games nowadays still uses a turn-based system, and a lot of them
I don't really like turn-based.
I mean, Dragon Quest 11. I love the game. It's turn-based.
Yeah.
What did you think of? Speaking of combat systems,
On
you know,
what?
this is a combat system that's always debated. Well, the game is debated in general. Final Fantasy X2. What do you think of that game? I am a fan. I like the game. But a lot of people
you mean the Garment Grid?
Right, the Garment Grid. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
God.
I like the Garment Grid. Look,
he just likes the sleazy ones.
Oh yeah,
exactly. Because she knows what I'm about.
The sleazy ones, because the most of them you're half naked.
Well, only problem with X2 I had problems with is because the X had the spirit grid, and I thought that was perfect. But X2, the garment grid was just basic leveling up system. It's just a real mess.
I don't know if it was a real mess. I mean,
Lance didn't get the happy ending. He got the normal ending.
Yeah, it's already on the playlist on the channel. If you guys want to look at it, watch the whole thing.
The happy ending is that she ended up back with Titus.
Yeah, and also it's like, you know, it's like a cliffhanger for like X3, I believe, but that's probably never going to make, because X2 didn't sell that well.
No, yeah, it didn't.
It didn't seem like a cliffhanger for an X3. It just seemed like a happy ending.
When Titus comes back, it's like, oh,
it just seemed like a happy ending to me.
The DLC.
They're about to release.
Huh?
They're about to release it for Switch and Xbox One.
I already have it for the PS2, PS3, PS4. I think I'm just going to just keep it as that until, like, if a game costs like $5, sure. How much are they selling on the Switch? $60?
I don't know. I haven't seen any prices for it yet. Yeah. I assume it's $39.99. I would assume.
When the PlayStation 4 came out, it was like $50.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like.
I bought the collection on the PS3. The last one I bought was on the PS3.
Yeah, I bought the last one I bought was a PS4, and that's why I played it on. And then I also have it on the Steam as well. It was on sale for like a few dollars. Hey, Super Saiyan. Although it won't say you prefer turn-based.
Now,
Lance, why you have it focused on my face? Switch it.
You're eating goldfish, and we want to see you eating goldfish.
Now,
switch it, Lance.
What do you think of the combat system in 13.3, Lightning Returns?
I'm
not even going to talk about 13.1 and 2. They weren't very good games. 13.3 was a much better game, but its combat system was similar to X2, except that instead of scantily clad dresses, they were all pretty much suits of armor. That's the only difference.
I did not like Lightning Return. I thought the story
now, why
sucked.
didn't you like Lightning Returns? The story sucked. The story, but it was stronger than the other two games.
The first one was really good. It
was boring and stupid.
Well, the first one I like the most out of the three. The second one, I have no idea why they made it. They're basically going into a dimensional time loop with the storyline with the alternate, alternate storyline and stuff. And 3 comes and 13.3 comes out. It's like, what the hell happened? There's like this huge gap in between it. They never really explained what really happened. So what's this other place and everything else?
You mean where she wakes up? Yeah. Well, no, it's a time gap, right? Because she wakes up in the future.
Yeah.
Like a long time future, and it's the same world, but everything's changed.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm going to agree with you on X2. It was, sorry, not X2. 13.2 was the worst of them. It was bad. It made no sense. I mean, at least the first Final Fantasy 13, established a story. The second one just made no sense. And I thought the third one had a story. It's just that you're right. It was a big leap from where the other two left off, and you kind of ask yourself, what happened? How did I get here? How did lightning get here? It's kind of weird. But other than that, I thought it was okay. I did like the combat system, and that's why I bought it.
I already played for like the first half of it. I'm like, no, never again. I might play it again if people request me to play it. That should be a huge number or a huge sub base. Tell me what want me to play to them. Final Fantasy 13-3. I gotta play back to 1 to 3. If I'm gonna stream it.
If they put it on a streaming service or allowed you to, or put it up to buy off of like PSN and I could play it by PS4, I would get it. But I don't think it's on anything, is it?
It's on PS4.
It is on PS4. So it's in the Sony store.
For Lightning Returns was on the PS4.
When did they do that? When did they put it on the PS4?
When it first came out. I had the collector edition. I had the collector edition on the PS4.
No, you have it on the PS3, Lance.
Is it?
When I bought it, it was because I know the game came out before the PS4 came out.
Where the hell is it? That was up on my bookshelf.
It is up on there.
There's a lot of shit covering it.
It's PS3, Lance.
Came out for the PS3 and the Xbox.
I bet they have it on the PSN for all of that. They always transfer all the Final Fantasy game onto the PSN anyways.
Right. That's why I asked, because I wasn't sure, because they put a lot of games up there that you can download.
Or you can get it off of Steam. Make more
I don't
videos.
know. I don't
know. Busy with stuff.
I generally don't play PC games, so.
I got Final Fantasy 7 in almost every single platform so far, except for the Switch. I'm waiting for it to come out on the Switch. Play Final Fantasy 7 again. That's like probably my favorite Final Fantasy game. That is Final Fantasy 10.
I'm just waiting for the remake, which we'll get in like the same year that Elder Scrolls 6 comes out.
Oh yeah, we'll be dead. We'll be in our graves. And our tombstone says,
global warming,
I'll be playing Final Fantasy 7.
Global warming is going to destroy the world before Elder Scrolls 6 and Final Fantasy 7 remake actually hit the market.
How many years do we have? 12 more years? That's what they said? If you don't, you have 12 years to try to reverse the damage.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think we have longer than that.
No,
but
they said 12 years because because all the federal stuff that's been happening with the coal and everything, we're putting a lot more pollution now than ever.
But the federal government says global warming is not real. What are you talking about?
Well, that's the head of the EPA, not the scientist that works for the EPA.
That's the people that just want more money in their pockets.
What?
Let's not talk about politics in this. This is nothing. No politics should be talked about in this podcast. Gaming, life, and hobby and stuff. So So
tell us your latest piece that you just painted.
Hmm.
Show us your latest piece that you just painted.
Just need a wash and detail. That's all. It's an Umbro Hulk. I gotta finish this guy too. I just found out what his real name is on the 5th edition. Gotta look it up again. He's supposed to be all green.
You gonna paint it green?
I am trying to do as close as possible to what they have on the 5th edition. The Umbro Hulk on Pathfinder looks a hell of a lot different than the one in 5th edition.
Does it? I haven't looked at the artwork.
Yeah, the Pathfinder one looked like it's just a freaking fungus instead of an insect. But yeah, Soulja Boy has a new handheld that you know that Vita wannabe looking thing.
Right, the one looks like a Vita. So I haven't really looked into what it is. What is it?
It's just basically a I don't know what the thing is. Basically, it's just one of those. It's not powerful as the actual Vita itself. I know that for sure. But it's just basically like another, like you get like one of those. It's like a basically emulator. It's like a handheld Raspberry Pi, basically. But you have to get your own SD card to put your emulators in there to play it onto that handheld clone system.
So
you probably get for like $50 and some other sites.
And it, I mean, yeah, the body of the system looks like a Vita, but
yeah. A lot of Chinese knockoff consoles look just like, you know, the Xbox One or the PS4 and stuff like that. Is it trash? You mean the Soulja Boy handheld? Yes, it's trash. Everything Soulja Boy spells out is trash. Yeah, well, I was like, I thought he learned his lesson, but I guess not. No, well, he's not selling games. He's just selling a device and have you guys, you know, download the emulator and put it onto the damn handheld system. So you're gonna be doing majority of work torrenting the majority of the emulators.
So coming out, yeah, it's just another crap emulator. It's not even a powerful one.
Yeah.
It probably screen tears everything. Mm-hmm. Music probably isn't in sync. I'm sure it's awful emulation.
Yeah,
I'd love to know what the hardware is inside of it.
I know it's a chip. I know it's a Tegra F something. It's like one step down from the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, the Tegra. That would mean it's faster than the Vita.
Was one step down than the Switch. I'm like way down. But other than that, it's like I think it's like the same, like a little bit like lower quality than the Nvidia Shield.
Oh, okay, so it's not a Tegra then. Yeah. I'm gonna look up actually what is in the Nvidia Shield.
Yeah, look it up. I still think Soulja Boy is a fake. The console, yeah, he's not giving the games away because, you know, lawsuits and shit. But now he's just doing just the console itself. You could download the emulator itself and have whatever game you want.
Well, okay, so the Shield is a Tegra X1.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Wait, he also uses an ARM Cortex A57 CPU. Mm-hmm. This is confusing because the Tegra and the ARM are. Yeah, it's a Tegra X1 ARM-based processor.
Mm.
That's not what's in the Switch.
Yeah.
CPU in the Switch, is a AMD.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the exact model number.
Oh, while he's doing that, Amazon Cloud System gonna try to compete against well, every freaking company has their own damn cloud system now. So it's nothing really shocking. Amazon wants to be part of it. I actually download Epic Game Store, and I'm like, there's not much in here at all. There's like 10 or 12 like games, but also it's like,
yeah, the Switch uses a faster version of the Tegra X1. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a Tegra X1. Mm-hmm. It's a faster version. So you're saying that's what's in this handheld?
No, it's slower. It's an older model of Integra. It's a couple steps down from the Switch.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to remember what's in the Vita.
Don't worry about it. You know, we'll just look at it later. What do you think about the cloud system about Amazon doing?
By the way, the Vita is an ARM Cortex A9, so it is a similar chip to the Tegra. Sorry. They're all ARM-based chips anyway. That's the only thing I was saying. ARM is basically a competitor into the x86 architecture, which is what Intel and AMD uses. The cloud-based service, I don't know. I mean, this is the future of gaming, right? Microsoft already has launched that, haven't they? Microsoft has their own version of it.
Microsoft has it. PlayStation has it. EA has it. Battlenet from Blizzard has it. Bethesda has it now because you cannot play Fallout 76 without it. Please don't play it.
Cloud? You mean like iCloud?
Bethesda doesn't have an iCloud.
Yeah, they have a cloud system.
Wasn't iTunes the first one that came out with the cloud?
Nope, I don't think so. I think the first thing, I think the cloud first came out. I think Google did it first.
It was Microsoft and Google kind of simultaneously invented the cloud. The cloud is part of what is referred to as the Internet of Everything. So if you look up the Internet of Everything, it basically refers to all devices, peripherals, appliances, all being controlled through the Internet by some central type of control.
Cloud-based stuff.
Yeah.
Well, for me, if I use cloud-based stuff where I live right now, I'll have a very hard time playing games. If I was like back in California, I would not have a problem, but
the iCloud is different than what you're talking about.
yeah, basically instead of downloading,
if you save stuff, it'll go on the iCloud and go to your other devices.
Basically, a cloud service is instead of downloading, installing a game into your Xbox. Basically, you actually stream the game from a different server while you're playing it.
Right, that's what they're talking about. That's not well, that's different than iCloud.
Yeah, iCloud is storage based.
Yeah, it's a storage system.
Yeah, this is not a storage system. This is basically you have good internet connection.
And
it sends an IP address to wherever Microsoft or wherever company has it, and you actually play from there.
By the way, iCloud is owned by Apple.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, it's an Apple thing.
Yeah. And iTunes, I will never going to have an iPhone ever again, but in the I'll have a Samsung Note.
I'm just keeping my phone because I need the iCloud and everything.
We're not going to trade it in either. It's not even worth trading in.
I don't even own my phone.
I had an iPhone.
Well, I have music and everything. Everything's connected. My iPad, I have a pen and I have a drawing app on there, and all my stuff is connected. So
it's just too.
And they go straight to my computer.
It's just the reason why she has it. She has a lot of apps that she bought from the iStore.
Oh, it's understandable.
Yeah,
I'm probably going to move to an Android phone as well. I hate not having a earphone jack on my phone.
Yeah.
So,
but you can get another dongle, a splitter dongle, a dongle.
I don't want to deal with dongles. Oh my god! Keep your damn dongles.
Dongles for everyone! Yay! The internet is not the same everywhere. No, if I was in Japan, I'll have no problem with internet. I mean, basic internet speed there is 1 gig. That's all around. It's 1 gig. Basic. You pay $20 a month for it.
Well, aren't they lucky? Are you sure about that?
Oh yes, I lived in Japan. Yes, I was 2 years, man. Did that for fucking 2 years.
We had the best internet.
Oh
ever.
yeah. But the only problem I had with Japan is I can't watch Netflix. That's the only problem.
I mean, I have 1 gig internet where I am.
Yeah, but it's the same. Is the same with Upload as well?
Oh hell no! It's Comcast.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're gonna give you 1 gig? Oh no!
I'll go back.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Netflix, before we talk about more games, have you watched Godzilla 3?
Huh?
Godzilla 3 went up on Netflix.
The cartoon? Yeah, the 3D animation one?
the anime, the third movie.
I have not watched the 3D animated version of the Godzilla yet. I watched the original cartoon back when I was a kid, and what was that Saturday?
This is an animated movie. I thought we
it's
were
animated.
talking about the real life.
This is when humans try to take back Earth and kill Godzilla. That's what this whole the story is.
I mean, things go back and forth, but without giving any spoilers away, sure. Yeah. Humans left the Earth because of one, environmental disasters, and two, because Godzilla and other monsters just started destroying civilization. And then some years later, humans came back to retake the Earth, and they basically battled Godzilla and other things, and King Ghidorah and some other monsters. But it's okay. It's the storyline's a little wacky.
But what do you think about the new Godzilla movie that's coming to theaters in May?
Far more excited about that than I am about any Avengers movie or any Marvel movie in general.
I'm excited for this Godzilla movie. It looks, actually, by the trailer, they didn't give many spoilers either in the trailer.
I'm excited for Star Wars Episode 9.
Get out of here.
Yeah, right.
I'm done with Marvel. I'm done with Star Wars. Moved on.
I can't believe you watched Solo.
I'm done with them. I didn't watch the whole movie, mind you.
Lance has that Infinity Wars comic, and I'm reading through it, and I'm like looking at the movie, and like they went a whole nother direction.
Adam Warlock was the one that defeated Thanos.
Absolutely.
And they made a comic book, and then a comic book, Infinity Wars 2. They should never made that comic. It was so horrible.
It was a terrible comic, but at least it didn't go the route that they're going now, right? I mean,
I don't even know how it's supposed to end.
They wanted to put Adam Warlock in the MCU, but they didn't have enough time to write him in before, Endgame.
I thought they would put him in because the end of Guardians Galaxy 2.
They had him.
They had Adam in the vessel, in the breathing chamber.
They were supposed to introduce Adam Warlock in Guardian of the Galaxy 3. Now we all know what happened with that movie. It currently doesn't exist because James Gunn doesn't work for Disney anymore. We won't even get into that. Just the point being that there is no plans for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 at this point. But there was some speculation that movie was basically supposed to introduce Adam Warlock and some of the other Eternals.
They could have just introduced Adam. They could have introduced Adam Warlock in the Infinity Wars. They could have had him randomly show up.
They already screwed up one of the Eternals. They made him into the father of Star-Lord. I'm like, no, that never happened. His father.
So they voted that one of the Eternals. Was the father of Star-Lord. Remember, Thanos is also an Eternal. And
Thanos is not Eternal. He's a Titan. He's one of the cosmic Titans with Galactus in them.
No, so I think actually they're called the Celestials.
Yeah,
not the Titans. They're called the Celestials.
Or the Celestials, like the Star-Lord's dad, they're Celestials. The Thanos and Galactus, they're not Celestial. They're Titans.
No, I'm pretty sure because Galactus. I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this.
And the Collector is the Ancient. He's like one of the old one of the few oldest beings. Maybe the video game is okay. Why should people care about Star Wars? It's Disney like now. I like Star Wars. I like 7 and 8 and 9. Even though it's not to me, I use those 3 as the different universe. I did not like Solo. I only watched like 20 minutes Solo, and I just turned it off. I don't care much about Black Panther. It was a good movie, but I know what all the hype was about. Let's see. There's a lot of movies
It was
from
just
Disney.
like all the other ones.
It's like
just introducing the character.
Yeah, it's like there are a lot better African American superhero than Black Panther. That's out there right now. A hell of a lot better.
Wouldn't Static Shock announce it?
That's DC.
But he's still cool.
I want to watch Black Lightning. It was a cool. It was a good one too.
Black Lightning. That was a TV series, right?
Yeah. It was one of DC's. For it.
What was that on?
I don't know. I saw the. I think it was on Netflix or something. But I only saw the commercials of it, but never had a chance to go around and look at it, watch it. I think DC should never make live action movies, but I think they should stick with the animation. That's what makes some big money. I watched the new Constantine DC animated series.
I haven't seen the animated series.
It's pretty good. You want to give me my Vudu account? I had a lot of movies on Vudu.
And it's the same voice. The person who's doing the voice is the same guy who did the TV series.
I never watched the TV. I don't.
It was good.
I really don't care much for Constantine. Because Constantine, Lucifer was supposed to be in the original Sandman series.
And they reverted.
Yeah, and they reverted to the modern one for it. I'm like,
well, Netflix got a hold of Lucifer.
You will probably like the Sandman series of DC. It's very dark. I mean, dark.
Yeah, that was done by Neil Gaiman, right?
I believe so.
I hate this. You know that I'm looking at Marvel top most powerful beings, and Adam Warlock is higher than Galactus.
Yeah. You know how many freaking low-level trash beat the shit out of Galactus?
Well, Galactus is number 11. And
hell, even the Fantastic Four beat Galactus. Fantastic Four beat Galactus.
Yeah, Galactus is a celestial. He's high up there.
He's a planet eater.
Isn't he just a planet himself?
No, he's not. He destroys planets.
But the only time I saw Galactus was in that Fantastic Four movie, and he looked like a planet.
No. That is Fox giving us the FU, basically. Galactus is like, I think the size of an Empire State Building.
Is he a person?
Galactus can be the size of a planet.
Mm-hmm.
Does he look like a person?
Pretty much, yes. with armor and stuff, but.
So he's a gigantic being. He's a giant that eats planets.
Did you actually ever watch the original Silver Surfer cartoons?
No.
I guess not.
I watched SpiderMan.
They came out with SpiderMan. It was Silver Surfer.
And I watched Static Shock.
And it tells you that basically the story of Galactus. Silver Surfer was the one that he created Silver Surfer. Well, basically, just so that he sacrificed himself to save his whole planet, but he created Silver Surfer in search of finding habitable planets for him to for Galactus to devour.
The list I'm looking at says Thor is the 16th most powerful thing in Marvel.
Huh?
The list I'm looking at says Thor is the 16th most powerful.
Which Thor are we talking about?
Thor, the Asgardian god of thunder and son of Odin.
You know how many variation of Thors out there?
Well, Marvel Universe 616 Prime.
Yeah, and different parallel universe of Thor.
I mean, there was a parallel universe where Loki was a girl.
There was once when Thor brought Asgard to Earth, and Iron Man did not like that. Thor says, "Screw you!" Beat the shit out of everyone.
He put it in Kentucky.
Yeah, and the farmer's like, "I'll take this treasure." Just leave it at that.
He brought the whole community to Earth.
Well, his brethren died, and the spirit got possessed by other humans and Earth.
Oh, he moved Asgard to Kentucky.
Yeah.
I still find it funny. There was a universe where Loki was a girl.
There was a female Thor.
Well, no,
but her name's not Thor.
Right, it's Jane Foster.
Yeah, but there
still are
Thor.
There are universes with Thor was born a girl.
Yeah, and there's a female Iron Man. There's gonna be another female.
Pepper Potts.
Yeah, and there's another female Iron Man. And there's gonna be another female Iron Man that's gonna be coming up. That's gonna be taking over Tony Stark. And
because he's getting too old.
Well, no,
he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, basically, it's like they always do this. They always have like Captain America dies. You have like 5 to 12 Captain Americas, and Captain America comes back out of nowhere and takes back his shield.
Well, look, I almost don't even care, because if they're going to go ahead with what they're going to do with Brie Larson and Captain Marvel, and don't get me wrong, Captain Marvel, the Carol Danvers version of the character was always a very strong character, but she was never supposed to be stronger, and she was never stronger in the original comic books than Thor and Hulk. So if they're going to,
I know nothing could beat the Hulk.
Oh yeah,
Thor beating the Hulk in the comic book.
Okay, I think there was a one comic book. It was the 2099 series.
Thanos has also beaten Hulk, has knocked him out in the comic book.
Huh?
Thanos has also knocked Thor out. I'm sorry, Thanos has knocked Hulk out in the comic book.
But there was this one comic in a futuristic, like 2099, came with the SpiderMan. The futuristic Spider-Man, I forgot what it's called, 20 something. Hulk kind of like one of those Viking white beard and stuff, and he was the last one standing. And he called himself King. The angrier the Hulk gets, he's pretty powerful. He beat the crap out of Galactus too.
In Planet Hulk, when he invaded Earth,
he freaking. I have the World Hulk. Earth. Yeah, World Hulk series. I have the comics. Yeah.
Planet Hulk and the War of the Hulks when he invaded Earth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that stuff is recent. Marvel was recently okay. Just this MCU stuff, what they're gonna do with Captain Marvel, I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it.
I'm just sad that they killed off Loki.
I tell you the truth, I don't think Captain Marvel is gonna be the one that's going to beat Thanos. I think you know how Marvel does it. They always say something else like that. The complete 180 is like
maybe. Hey, let me throw this at you from the movie Infinity War. Remember, Doctor Strange said to Stark. He said that I will not give up this stone for anyone's life, especially yours. I will protect it. I will not give it up unless there's a good reason, even to protect your life. I would let you die.
Mm-hmm.
And remember what he did in the movie?
Yeah, with the stone, because Tony Stark is the key.
He gave it up so Tony Stark wouldn't, so that Thanos wouldn't kill Stark. Mm-hmm. So Stark, exactly. There's no other reason than that Tony Stark has to be a key to the story, has to be a key to the reversal of what happened, or else.
Because Tony Stark is one of the most intelligent characters.
No. He's one of them, but he's not.
I
the
said
most
one
character.
of them. One of the most.
Right. There's Hank Pym. He's supposed to be super intelligent. Hank Pym's the one that built the giant man, Ant-Man technology. Peter Parker is a super genius.
But they're not even going to put Daredevil into it, so...
I never liked Daredevil as a character, but...
Daredevil's...
Or the Punisher.
Okay, Daredevil's only actual superpower is sonic location. That's his actual power, is sonic location.
Yep, that's true. And the Punisher, his ability is he gets angry, he can fire guns. I mean, the Punisher is a good character in a universe that doesn't have people with superpowers.
Well, you know, Punisher was also a Black Ops Marine, so it's like, okay, that's understandable, but also he doesn't give two shits because what happened to his family. So he just kills anyone that does evil doing.
Right, but he doesn't have any powers. So how does he deal with people? How does he deal with someone like Luke Cage? Right? How would the Punisher kill Luke Cage?
I thought Luke Cage has Achilles heel with certain types of weapon.
I don't think so.
And he has brute strength, like.
Yeah. But he has impenetrable skin, so that's really the thing. I know Luke Cage is.
How would he go up against someone like Deadpool?
Well,
Deadpool can't die.
But Deadpool wouldn't be able to.
Well, he can't die because Thanos cursed him.
Were they not pitting it as Thanos cursed him? They changed that.
They did it again.
Well, no, we're all in the movies.
Well, I mean,
it was because of that thing.
I mean, I'm going by the comics. They didn't put death in it. You know, if they put death in it, and with Infinity War, it would be good because we know why Thanos did it. Because but they changed the whole storyline for the Infinity War. They still changed the whole Thanos storyline too.
They had death in the Infinity Wars comic.
Yeah, they had death in the Infinity War comic. Thanos is obsessed.
She's a skull. Her face is a skull.
Or she can look like a beautiful woman. There's times she looks like an actual skeleton. There's times she looks like a beautiful woman.
And she was in love with Deadpool.
Not really.
And parts.
That's the Deadpool universe.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Aquaman has made more than $1 billion.
I'm not interested in Aquaman, sorry.
I'll wait till it comes.
Well, I just found it interesting that it's made that much money. I don't go to the theater to see movies, they're too expensive. I wait so I can get them.
Are you sure it's not the girls going for the actor?
Could be. So you know what show he was in that I really liked?
Stargate.
Years and years. Yes, you got it. He was in Stargate Atlantis. I thought he was a good character. I liked Stargate Atlantis.
I liked it too. But there's never going to be any more Stargate, anyways.
They did that prequel last year.
Yeah. What? A universe? Stargate Universe?
No. That was a couple years ago. That wasn't the prequel. That actually took place after the events of SG-1. They did a prequel that took place in the 1930s. And it was on. I forget what streaming service. It was on.
Did it make money?
No, because it was a short series, and Stargate actually has its own streaming service.
Yeah, but the problem with Stargate is just that it used to be owned by Sci-Fi. And then I think that lost its viewerships somehow down the road. Because when I saw Stargate Universe, it just left in a huge cliffhanger. It's like, God damn it! I will never find an ending for it.
So all of Stargate is on a streaming service called Stargate Command, and it's a streaming service I believe owned by the Sci-Fi Channel, like you said, and it centers around the Stargate franchise. It also has access to a prequel web series called Stargate Origins, which is what I'm talking about. And that revolves around. So remember the original Stargate movie?
Yeah.
The woman that got
Kurt Russell.
the woman that went out and got Daniel Jackson.
Yeah.
James Spader's when he
Oh,
played.
yeah, I saw the commercial for that.
Yeah. So that character, she has her own series now. It's called Stargate Origins. Which, by the way, the fact they did that kind of is kind of retconning Stargate SG-1 because her character was in a couple SG-1 episodes where like she was looking for her lost husband because he was stuck on a planet. He'd been stuck on that planet for like 30 years or something. So it kind of like retcons all of that because she didn't like know about a lot of the stuff that Stargate Command did in SG-1, but the way they're presenting her in Stargate Origins, it's like she knows about it in Origins. So it's kind of like a continuity mess. I haven't seen Origins, so I don't know how it works out.
They also did the Lloyd Wolf says he likes Stargate Atlantis. They also did the Star Trek. They're doing the whole thing with the Star Trek as well. I think I refuse to watch it because how they made the Klingon being all religious and shit, but they're like more like Vikings.
Oh, you're talking about Discovery. A lot of people have problems with Discovery. And by the way, if you don't like Discovery, watch Orville. Seth MacFarlane's Orville.
The season 2 came out yet?
Season 2 has been. They're airing it now.
Oh well, I'll watch it. I'll watch it tomorrow.
Remember, it's an episode a week.
Well, I'll watch it tomorrow on Hulu. We'll be out on Hulu tomorrow.
The whole season? No.
Well,
just the
just the episodes. I watch episode once a week. Me and Ashley loves Orville. I like the slime, and the one when the doctor got the pheromone and stuff, and the slime was like engulfing the doctor. It was so disgusting.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. If you guys like sci-fi comedy, Orville is pretty good. It's on Fox.
Some of it's not even comedy. Like some of it's like traditional real sci-fi with a comedic twist on it, but I think it's really good. It's really good.
It's good. It's good. I want Stephanie McFarlane finish making damn Spawn. Because he already got green light making his Spawn.
Oh, one more thing on Star Trek, by the way. Some articles came out today and yesterday about the Picard series, and we now know a little more about what it is. And even though the Kelvin timeline, the J.J. Abrams movies, they're not continuing that. They're kind of integrating some of the events into Picard.
They have a comic
which is stupid. I think they should ignore the Kelvin timeline and pretend it doesn't exist. But I'm going to just read this to you quickly. Regardless, in the chronology of the Trek shows and movies, the supernova happened about 8 years after we last saw Picard in Nemesis. We don't know yet where Picard was during the supernova catastrophe. And we're talking about the supernova that created the Kelvin timeline, destroying Romulus and sending the ship plus Spock back in time. But we do know again that thanks to the 2009 film, that Leonard Nimoy's Spock, good guy that he is, attempted to stop the event by creating the black hole that would absorb the supernova. Even though this is all detailed in Trek 2009, it ties in neatly into the Next Generation, where we have last seen Nimoy's Spock living on Romulus. So they basically, the way that they're saying, so it explains one thing. So Spock is no longer in the Prime universe. Here. So Spock is no longer in the Prime universe. He's gone. For one, because the actor has passed away. But two, they explain his absence by saying that Romulus was destroyed by the supernova, and he went back in time to try and change it. But all he did was create another timeline that is separate than the one that Picard is in. And the Spock from Picard's timeline is gone. He's gone. But the timeline goes on.
Oh, wow.
And in this timeline, Romulus is destroyed, but in this prime timeline, Vulcan still exists. In the Kelvin timeline, Vulcan was destroyed. But Vulcan in the prime timeline that Picard is in, still exists. Anyway, I think it's ridiculous that they are incorporating anything from the Kelvin timeline into Star Trek.
I never really
they should have just ignored. They should have just ignored it. And the fact that they've done this is ridiculous.
I don't really like the Next Generation. I like Voyager more. Just letting you know.
All right, but I mean, aside from which show you like, I like them both. But aside from which show you like, I'm just referring to.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. You don't know what you're talking about. This is
the timeline.
Nerdy shit. This is man-child talk.
I know some Star Trek, but you're leaping up and above my head all the way into the clouds.
Let's get back into something else that we can talk with Ashley.
Something that I know.
Let's see here. What else?
Have you guys downloaded the Resident Evil 2 demo yet?
No, we haven't. I have not.
I mean, everyone is saying it's short, but it's good.
Is it on the Switch?
No,
it's on the
PS4. It's only 30 minutes.
I mean, 30
minutes.
Then I'd
rather wait for the game.
Yeah. Like, no. I am not a huge Resident Evil fan.
Neither am I.
You know, we have the game. We have all the game. It's just that I'm not. So the only Resident Evil I played through was Revelation 1 and 2, the original Resident Evil on the PS1, and I think I played Nemesis on the GameCube.
Out of all the Resident Evils, I really liked the Resident Evil 2 story the best. I thought it was cool. The game itself is very dated, and when they did the GameCube re-release, they literally didn't do anything to it. They upped the textures a bit, but other than that, they didn't add anything to it. Well, when they did the re-release for Resident Evil 1 director's cut for the GameCube, they at least made the graphics better, but you know they didn't do anything to Resident Evil 2. I think that as of Resident Evil 4, the franchise really changed. Resident Evil 4 was an action game. It wasn't really a horror game at all.
Also, it's mostly just a cultist.
Which one was Resident Evil 4?
The crazy cultist.
Because I remember there was one that was in Africa?
That's 5.
That was stupid.
Yes. Resident Evil 5 and 6.
I was playing it, I'm like, this is not a horror game. What in the heck is this?
Yeah, Resident Evil 5 and 6 are bad versions of 4. 4 was a really good action game. It was really good. I think it's an awesome game. But was it scary? Was it like playing Silent Hill or Evil Within? By the way, Evil Within was two really good games.
They want to put 4 more in story-driven base than the first 3 wasn't that much story-driven. But 4 was, and that's why you had the crazy cultist later on down in the game.
Yeah.
5, I think 5 when they made 5,
it was just the combat wasn't good, the story wasn't good. If 4 was a great game. To me, the best Resident Evils are 2 and 4. I mean, director's cut and director's cut was very simple. Resident Evil 3 was okay. It was not bad. I liked it.
4.
But Resident Evil 2 and 4 were incredible games. All the other Resident Evils were just not. I mean, I'm sorry. Resident Evil 5 and 6 they were awful. Resident Evil 7, that was a great game. That was a great game.
That's not 7. It's a prequel. It's the prequel.
But they refer to it as Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a great game.
But it's actually just called Biohazard. If you go to Japan, it's called Biohazard.
Biohazard.
They call Biohazard
because Biohazard went back to the 7 went back to the roots of 1 was supposed to be.
Right.
Why is there 2 different names though? That's what I don't get.
Well, Biohazard's Japanese, Resident Evil's American.
Well, now they
Why
call it
couldn't we
Biohazard.
just call it Biohazard? Keep the same name.
I don't know. I like
it.
Resident Evil. I think it's kind of
like like Rockman is in Japan and it's Mega Man over here because I think Rockman was some kind of like drug man back in the day.
I mean, I'll just say it again. Like Resident Evil 5 and 6 were junk.
Well,
they
yeah, because 5 and 6 is just basically a shooter game. Basically, that's how they made it.
You know the Fatal Frame games? In Japan, they're called Project Zero.
Fatal Frame's a better name, in my opinion.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm like, Project Zero? What the heck is that supposed to mean?
Mm-hmm.
Fatal Frame that gives you the thing of the camera, the name. It goes with it.
I think it's a shame that we're probably not going to see, as far as I know, we're not going to see a Evil Within 3. Evil Within 1 and 2 were great horror games. They did a great job on those. I loved Evil Within 2. Like, I can't believe we're not going to see an Evil Within 3. Heck you, Bethesda, for not making an Evil Within 3. Heck you, Bethesda. That's what I got to say.
Are you sure there's not going to be a 3?
I still haven't played 2 yet.
Trilogy.
They have not said anything about it. They did no DLC content for Resident Evil. For Evil Within 2, they did no add-ons. And they said it's because the game didn't sell enough. So they weren't going to produce any DLC or add-on content.
A lot of games, they say they don't sell enough, and they still make a third one.
It's a shame. What did you think of Evil Within 1 and 2? I mean...
I've only played a bit of the first one, sorry.
I'll tell you about horror games in general, why I play it majority of the time. I actually will play 1 to 2 hours of it and never touch light of day, and I get pissed off at it because I spend $60 on it or less.
Because it doesn't scare me.
And I actually have,
I'm
the one that actually has to beat it because she gets stuck and she gives up. Like Alien Isolation, for example.
Me and you both were playing the Order of 1866. Was it?
Well, yeah, because remember, you were
We
playing...
both got stuck.
Well, no. This is what happened. You played 4 hours of it. You handed me a controller. I did not know there would be this much wave of werewolf. I never played from the beginning. Don't know what the controllers are or anything else for it.
You figured out the controls, and you still couldn't get past it.
I killed a hell of a lot more than you, though. I
never played it. I mean, was it any good?
It is good. It's actually really good. We're just stuck. We're gonna have to go at it again.
Are you still stuck in the new Cthulhu game?
She is.
I am.
That got mixed reviews. I haven't tried it yet.
The game's not scary, but it really messes with your mind.
Lance, you should have her play the original Call of Cthulhu.
On the PC?
The PC. Well, it's also on the original Xbox.
Well, I have it on GOG, so it was like $1.
Yeah, is this the remake of the original or something?
No, it's a separate story.
Yeah, the 2 different games.
The original one's more towards H.P. Lovecraft.
Well, they both are, right? They're both
No, the other one's not. The other one's a different book. I have it. It's up on
what
the shelf.
book?
Wait. Give me about 5 minutes. I gotta take a leak. So you and Ashley talk.
5 minutes.
He has to go to the restroom.
I see. I'm looking down. This is an interesting topic. So how do you think Kingdom Hearts is going to turn out to be? I mean, we'll get pretty close. Hold on, let me that's what it's based on. That is not H.P. Lovecraft who wrote it.
With stories by Lard Barron, Brian Hodge, Caitlin R. Curtin, John Langan, John Shirley, and many more. It's a bunch of short stories, that's what it is.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, that's all H.P. Lovecraft did, right? He didn't write full books.
Well, that's what C.L. Lewis did, too.
Yeah.
Well, short stories. I mean, Alice in Wonderland was a pretty. It was longer than most short stories, but it still was a short story.
Right, like Through the Looking Glass, those books.
Yeah.
I've read a bit about him. He was kind of a weird guy. He was a mathematician. I forget what school he worked for, but he taught math.
That whole story was about him being high.
Probably.
It was. Sure, that's what I read about. And the girl was based on his niece.
Right. Didn't he write this story for his niece?
Yes.
Like he wanted to write her a story, and this is the story he wrote?
Yep.
And she, from what I read, she liked it. So I guess
it's a cute story. It's not bad. It's not a graphic story.
Not unless you play the
Alice Madness Returns.
Yeah, exactly.
I have that. And that is freaking messed up. Blood, gore.
That was done by that producer. What was his name? American McGee. Yeah, American McGee. Yeah. I don't know what other games. What other games has American McGee made?
I don't know.
McGee games. I'm looking up what he's made. What has he worked on? He is actually not that much older than I am. He is 46 years old. Wow, I thought he was older than that.
He's younger than my mom.
Yeah, I thought.
My mom's 50.
He is best known for American McGee's Alice. He worked.
I don't think he's worked on much.
Oh, he's worked on it way. Okay, Wolfenstein 3D, Doom 2 Hell on Earth, Doom, The Ultimate Doom, Doom 95, Quake, H-Zone, Hexen, Final Doom. He worked on Quake Mission Packs 1 and 2, Quake 2. He worked on Doom 64, Dominion. I don't even know what that is. It's by IDOS.
Oh, Dominion is the was a sci-fi TV series that made a game for it.
No, this is back in '98. This game is from Dominion Storm Over Gift 3. He was a sound designer for IDOS back before Square Enix owned them. Then he worked on Timeline. And then he made the American McGee series. American McGee's Alice, American McGee Presents Scrapland, American McGee Presents Bad Day LA, American McGee's Grimm. Then he made Alice Madness Returns in 2011. And he worked on a couple of games that I haven't heard about.
I think his Alice games are the most famous ones, though.
Right. I mean, it says right at the top of the article, he is most famous for American McGee's Alice.
What the hell?
And Alice Madness Returns.
What are we talking about?
Well, we got started on Cthulhu, and then we were talking about old authors, and then they went to Alice in Wonderland, and then they went to Alice Madness Returns.
Okay.
So that's a big topic that's going around now, and I'm sure you've seen all of the YouTube regurgitators. I won't start naming them off, but I'm sure we can all find them easily online. I've been talking about the Sony numbers that just came out about the amount of systems that they've actually sold and have out on the market, and how it's an indication of how they shouldn't jump right into a PS5, and that it would be a huge mistake because of the sales numbers that the PS4 is jumping. Now, how do you feel about that? I mean, the PS4, let me just throw my 2 cents in here. The PS4 is very rapidly moving in on the Wii numbers. It's gonna outsell the Wii, and pretty soon too, I think. So, knowing that they have such a strong base and that it's selling so much right now, it's selling so much right now. Would it not be a huge mistake for Sony to announce a PlayStation 5? Because if they announce a PlayStation 5, wouldn't that just basically deflate the balloon of everyone going out and buying?
How long did PlayStation 4 come out for?
It's now a little over 5 years old.
Yeah, I will probably just give it 3 more years. But the problem is technology has been ramping so far And I think if they do PlayStation 5, they're going to have to do it backwards compatible for the PS4 games.
So I don't think that's a problem. We already know that that's going to be. And the reason is everyone's 100% sure. Again, all you got to do is listen to all the YouTube regurgitators.
Well, we don't. The problem is that thing is that we don't know that they're actually going to do it. Remember, Sony has a new president, right now. You know,
but we know the chipset that Microsoft and Sony is going for. AMD has already told us that both Microsoft and Sony are going with Ryzen's. Okay, so that means that these systems are automatically backwards compatible because the Ryzen is an x86 chip, is an x86 architecture chip. And the Jaguar CPU, which is the CPU that is in the PS4 and the Xbox One, the Jaguar, is also x86.
Yeah.
So the instruction set and the programming languages and the operating systems that you would use on an Xbox One and a PS4 and an Xbox Two and a PS5 are all the same. It's like a PC.
Well, you also gotta think about it too. Is like all these technologies are advancing. You know, all these things. You know, more and more towards it. Console's gonna be like another cell phone. Basically, be another version of a cell phone. Like every year or two, you get a new one, a better model of it. That's why I see it so far in the console.
Well, in the future, right?
In a year or two, you see a slim version.
Yeah.
Or it was the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yeah.
Well, in the future, right, games are probably going to go to streaming, meaning they won't be physical media, and everything will most likely be stream boxes.
Everything will become download.
Yeah.
That's what it's going.
Not even download. It'll just be
stream. It'll be stream.
And you're just going to have a stream box, and all of the processing will be done offsite.
The problem with stream service, it won't do well in America. It will do well in Japan, but it won't do well in America.
Because people in America likes to own.
But we're talking 15 years from now. The problem is I think the base problem here, and you can tell me if you think it's a different problem, but the base problem is that internet is not created equal everywhere yet.
It is not equal created. It's not equal created. Plus, is not fast enough to either.
Well, no, it is like my connection's more than fast enough.
You go 10 minutes from where we are, and you have no internet.
Right, that's what I mean. It's not created equal everywhere.
Download speed is not the problem. You also gotta look at the upload speed for it too, for the cloud. Once you receive the information in, you also gotta send the information back out. The information going back out, even what you have is pretty fast. It's not gonna be good enough for streaming.
But the amount of information that you need to send back is very, very, very tiny compared to the information that you have to stream down. So the download speed for streaming something is far more important than the upload speed. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons why they kind of gimp you on upload, because they know they can.
Yeah.
You know? But you are right. Look, I'm not going to argue the fact that companies like Comcast, they need to increase their upload speeds. Point taken. I completely agree. I'm not arguing.
If you think about it, for like because we're streaming, we're sending a very small information. I'm saying very small information right back out. But you know, I'm using 5 megs right now. 5 megs right now. It is not enough for streaming the stuff that we have right now. You know, we need 25 is not enough either. We got 25 back in California. That's not even enough.
Comcast is generally locked in at 15 to 25, depending on the area. But you're right. I don't really hear many people say that they have higher than 25. And most people have 15 and lower. So that's the problem. But, I mean, back to the point of what I was trying to bring up here is...
I mean, you go to Korea or you go to Japan, and their internet is way more advanced than ours.
I mean, I don't know how much... Like I said, I have fiber optic 1 gig. I don't know how much more advanced you can get than that.
Their speed and their download and upload
they're fiber
is crazy.
optic, but they don't like lock 25 to upload.
Right.
They don't lock their internet. That's the thing.
So there's a difference here. Remember, so Comcast has the technology to make it faster than 25. They're just not doing it.
Yeah.
Now, there's countries that have it worse off. Let's talk about Canada. Canada has download ceilings. So like when you're in Canada, like you get your service and they say, well, you paid for 200 gigs a month.
Yeah. We used
to. So it's like that all over the world. So
you know the funny thing is, we still do that here right now.
So they don't do that in my area.
Well,
so
yeah,
a lot of the United States doesn't have that. It's unlimited. So like mine's unlimited. If you go to a lot of countries in the world, most countries actually, even countries that have really fast internet, they have you locked in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Australia has it. Over here has it too. South Carolina has it. If you have Dish internet, for like I believe it was like $40, and you only get 50 gigs.
I mean that's ridiculous. Yeah. Mine's unlimited.
Yeah.
My brother's isn't unlimited. He has such an amount.
Yeah.
Like even my cell phone is unlimited. I have a Sprint phone, and my Sprint internet, the internet on the phone is unlimited.
Yeah.
So I can sit and watch movies.
Our internet is unlimited. We got lucky with that.
You know, but I'm still sitting here wondering if Sony, you know, and yes, I
want Japanese candy.
Just to end that conversation about the streaming services, I think that the next generation of consoles will start with physical media, but will end without having physical media. Well, that's beside the point. I'm just wondering.
Aren't they going to have physical and download media consoles?
Yes. In fact, it's rumored. I think it's more than rumored that actually Microsoft is going to be releasing another version of the Xbox One X that does not have an actual optical drive on it, that it only can download and stream, and it's an Xbox One X. It's not even an Xbox.
You know the funny thing is they're going to have an add-on that you can buy external Blu-ray drive for the Xbox One X.
Probably. Well, it would be a 4K drive, remember, because the Xbox One X has a 4K drive in it.
Yeah.
But
because people watch movies on them.
Yeah, well, we don't buy. I stopped buying Blu-rays now. I just download them now. I just stream it now.
Yeah, I do the same. I only buy.
We have Voodoo, and that's what we do. We just buy it on Voodoo.
But there's a lot of talk. The reason why there's so much talk around the PS4 numbers is simply because, like, the PS4, man, it is chugging along like crazy. It is just moving units. So if you come out, say, in the middle of 2019 and say, hey, next year, or in 2021, we're releasing a PS5, that could automatically just put a stake in your PS4 sales and just kind of just plummet your PS4 sales, because people are going to be like, I'm going to buy a PS4 for the PS5. I'm just wait for PS5. And then your PS4 sales fall off. So
we don't know what this new person's going to do.
We know that the PS5 is going to be backwards compatible, hopefully. You know, then it wouldn't matter. It'll still sell PS4 games, PS5 games. It's going to, I bet the PS5 is going to cost more than what the PS4 Pro what it used to cost, was like $399 when it first came out. It'll probably cost $500. It costs like $500 console. It's gonna take a while for people to get the money to actually buy the damn thing, anyways. So like when PS4 came out, when the PS4 like first came out, I didn't buy it till like a year or two later. I still had my my PS3. I just played on that or on a computer.
We waited a half a year later.
Yeah,
we waited until more games were out.
Yeah, and I just bought the you know used PS4 on eBay for like, I believe it was $150. Then I just started buying games for it. Yeah.
But you got the Pro.
Yeah.
I picked them all up day one, 2013, and I don't have my original PlayStation 4, but I do have my day one Xbox One still. I don't use it because I'm an X, but
yeah,
I still have.
We don't have an X. We don't have the original Xbox One.
Because to me, there's no really good point for me to buy an X.
Well, so the only point is this: that all of the games that come out for both the Pro and the Xbox One X look a lot better on the Xbox One X. I can give you two examples: Far Cry 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Mm-hmm. Holy crap, do they look better on the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro? Mm.
But I was still buy Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation because it's always been on the PlayStation.
Yeah. Is it coming out on the Xbox One?
Yeah,
yeah, it is.
Yes.
But this is the thing: if you have a game, and I was saying this in chat earlier in the in Vera's stream, if you want to buy Tales of Vesperia, right? Tales of Vesperia, which was just released on every system, is not optimized for the X or the Pro. It was only designed, I should say, it was only ported to work on the base Xbox One and the base PS4 Pro. I'm sorry, the base PS4. So that means that it's going to look better on the PS4. Because if you're just talking base systems, right? The launch Xbox and the launch PS4, the PS4 is a better machine. It is a faster machine. It has better frame rates. It just functions better than the base Xbox. So if you do not have a game that's optimized for the X and the Pro, the game runs better on the PS4. It's when you have optimization for the X and the Pro, the X is a lot better system than the Pro. It's a faster system.
Of course, okay. The X would be a lot better.
But the base systems, the PS4 is the better system. So actually, the best-looking version of Tales of Vesperia is the PS4 version because it's not optimized to run on anything. It's just built to run on base systems. So
the reason why we keep buying stuff for the PS4 is that a lot of JRPG games are only on the PS4 that I play.
That's exclusives. So I understand that.
Yeah.
It's a good reason to still have 4.
I only have like 6 games on the Xbox One X, and there's no and majority of the games I play, and me and Ashley stream, are majority JRPG games.
Well, I love JRPGs. Not all of them. I like a lot of them, but yeah, I hear you. You know, if you want exclusives and you're a hardcore gamer, you end up getting all the systems. It's just how it is.
Yeah,
I've never been a fanboy of any particular system.
Yeah, it's just an Xbox.
I like having all the systems and just getting games for each one.
Yeah, right now I'm starting buying a hell of a lot more games on the Switch than any of the systems right now.
I mean, that's understandable. I mean, because the Switch is a cool little system and it's different, and you can take it off the dock. And yeah, I mean,
the game I was playing last night, Shining Resonance, is also on the Switch. But I can guarantee you it looks better on the PlayStation.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like with Ys, right? And I'm sure this is going to be the same case with Dragon Quest XI. They're on the PlayStation 4, right? But they're also on the Switch. Dragon Quest soon to be on the Switch. I'm sure that they don't and will not run as well on the Switch. They just don't. So if you want the better version, you get the PS4 version.
Is Kingdom Hearts even going on the Switch?
No.
No, it's not.
I don't think.
I don't even think it could run.
No,
on there.
I bet it'll run. The problem is the
they
space.
They got Doom 2016 to run the Switch. They can get Kingdom Hearts to run the Switch.
Get easy.
The thing is the space for it.
They can get easy running on the Switch well. They just said
it's running well.
Yeah,
like there are graphical glitches in Ys 8 that the PlayStation 4 doesn't have.
Yeah, the problem is that you know why they did it, right? They cut a lot. They try to render a lot of the space out because if they put an actual like AAA game onto the Switch, there goes your memory. I have a 400 gig stick on my Switch, and I have just very few games alone. It just takes up a lot of space on the external onto the SD card.
I mean, yeah, that's true. So,
what is Kingdom Hearts going to run better on, the Xbox or the PlayStation?
Well, probably run both.
So if I assume, I mean, it's safe to assume that if the game is optimized for 4K,
it'll be the Xbox.
it's going to be Xbox One X because the Xbox One X.
I don't know. They didn't say anything about it being optimized for 4K.
Tell you the truth, I can't really tell the difference between 1080p and 4K. But I have a 4K TV, and I tried streaming 4K video on it, and I just see it look like it's just a lot brighter. That's it. I need a better 4K TV, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't. That might not be the case. Is your TV in HDR?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's probably the video source. A lot of video sources claim they're 4K or say they're 4K, but they're really not 4K standard. Because a lot of stuff says it's 4K, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, it's not true 4K. You know, we're only getting into the era where things are actually true 4K. Look, there's some people who still argue the Xbox One X isn't even true 4K. I say it is. It's pretty close. But does an Xbox One X do 4K as well as an RTX 2080? Oh, hell no, it doesn't, right?
Yeah.
It's not even as fast as a 1080 Ti. It's close, I think. It's up there. It's near a 1080 Ti. But it doesn't do 4K as well. But it's a lot of times, again, it's the source, right? Also, the PS4 uses a system called checkerboarding. The PS4 Pro is not actually a true 4K system. It kind of tricks the TV into think it's presenting something in 4K. It's called checkerboarding. Where the Xbox One X does not use checkerboarding.
Let's stop talking about this. I'm about to fall asleep with your explanation, tell you the truth.
Oh my God! Well, you're never going to be able to do tech podcasts.
No, I get a tech podcast. It's just that we're just talking about this one thing for like 30, 40 minutes. We need to go on the road.
I understand. So my last question on that topic is just this. So you believe that if they announce a PS5, it will not hurt PS4 sales?
No.
Or will it?
It won't. The PS4 will drop down in price. Everyone's going to grab it. And they'll wait till like when PS5, start to, basically start, people selling it out on eBay used and stuff like that. There are a lot of people that does it. If it's backwards compatible, great. They will probably trade in their PS4s into GameStop, whatever, get their extra 50%, credit. It'll be like $100 trade in basically all together, or a little bit more, to get a PS5.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, so I'm not even going to throw out a prediction. I just want to throw out the question because it is a question that a lot of people are asking, and a lot of the YouTube regurgitators are making videos on. So I just thought
it's like the Wii and the Wii U. The Wii U failed due to commercialization, but they pulled it out right like a lot quick, I think like within 6-7 years, and they pulled it out between the cycle. But
I think that the Wii U also failed because everyone thought it was a Wii add-on. They didn't even realize it was a separate system. You're right about the market. I'll agree with you there. It was marketed so badly, people did not distinguish it as a new system. They thought it was an add-on. So it failed for the same way that, say, the Sega 32X failed.
And
what's a Sega 32X?
That's what the Sega had. The 32X is basically the cartridge add-on. Basically,
it was an add-on.
It was like a tower pizza of shit you put on top of the original Sega Genesis.
Sounds stupid.
I think we had the cartridge. Oh no, I did not buy it. I almost bought it. The guy wanted it for like $90. I'm like, no.
All right, Lance. Why don't you throw out one last topic that we can debate over?
Oh,
10:36.
24 more minutes. Let's see what else happened. We already talked about the censorship. We talked about Soulja Boy. We talked about Xbox versus PS4, PS5, cloud system. Resident Evil, the new one that's coming out. Oh, GameStop being bought up by 2 companies.
So the 2 companies, right? Those are 2 companies that already own retail stores. I know one of them owns Hot Topic. What was what was the other company? What did they own?
I think it was. I don't know.
You mean Hot Topic and Spencer's because they're owned by the same people?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so
I think Hot Topic Spencer's gonna go downhill very soon.
So there's two companies looking at GameStop, right? I'm trying to find out the name.
Two companies. I forgot the names. I just saw it like
But
yesterday.
One of the companies also owns Hot Topic.
Mm-hmm.
They're both like investment firms that own these chains. Yeah, because I didn't look this up. I only really saw this the other day.
Yeah, I forgot the name. I think they got a hard time with the games. I think Hot Topic and Spencer's. I went to several stores, pretty much state to state, and they're not doing too well. Their shit's like overpriced, and I looked at stuff on Amazon, and
everything in the mall is overpriced.
Yeah, and I looked at Amazon and shit, and it's like freaking like $20 cheaper there than buying it like Hot Topic.
I'm trying to find a current article.
For some reason, they keep having a shitload of pop figures. I mean, a shitload of pop figures. I'm like, why?
Because they bought it's because they bought ThinkGeek, and ThinkGeek was a hobby store.
I thought GameStop bought ThinkGeek.
Yeah, you talking about Hot Topic having a lot of Funko Pops?
Yeah, they have like a shitload of like Funko Pops, like literally like
Look, everyone has a shit ton of Funko Pops.
But most of theirs is anime and TV shows.
No, most of theirs are TV shows, animes, and Disney.
Yeah.
And no one buys it. That's the thing. No one.
As I keep saying,
most people go in there to buy their T-shirts. That's what's
GameStop?
selling is their T-shirts.
When Funko Pops first started becoming popular, and I was working my store, they sold well out of the store. But as the years went on, they started popping up everywhere. Funko started pushing them everywhere. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you'd gone into a Toys R Us before they went out of business.
Yeah.
But Toys R Us had aisles of pops. I mean, Barnes and Nobles has aisles of pops. It's ridiculous.
Not in the beginning when Pop-O Figure came out, yes, but later on down the years, no.
Barnes and Noble barely has Funko Pops, and most
stores Toys R Us too before they closed down.
Yeah, but the Barnes and Noble near me has tons and tons of pops. They're all over. They have a toy section. They're all over the toy section.
That's probably because people probably they have it over there a lot more there than any other. And California stuff is just that the people probably buy a lot of Funko Pop there.
And the Toys R Us, that is what was in my area, which is gone.
Barnes and Noble will only keep what sells. If it doesn't sell, they get rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is the Barnes and Noble near me even had Gunpla. They had Gundam models.
Yeah, they have Gundam models, but they're overpriced. I just buy them on Amazon.
Oh yeah, I mean,
actually, their Gundam models are the standard price that's on the box. They don't lower it. They just keep what was on the box.
No, honey, I can get the same Gundam model that they were selling on Barnes and Noble for $20. Amazon, I can get for $5. In Japan, gotta let Makoto know. And they want to sell it to me for $40 to $60. Hell, I'm not paying that much money for Gundam. Gundams are ridiculously cheap, especially in Japan. I just let my friends know and just get it for me. Just give them the money and the shipping.
It depends where you are in Japan. You don't go to Akihabara and buy Gundams because they're overpriced.
You go to Toys R Us in Japan and get it.
That's how cheap it is. Their Toys R Us is still open.
Yeah. They probably are open in Japan.
The name of this investment company is Sycamore Partners. It's a private equity firm specializing in retail and consumer investments. It was named as one of the largest firms interested in buying GameStop. They currently own Hot Topic, Limited, Talbot's, and Staples.
Staples. I think Staples will have to die too.
I can't believe Staples is still open, right? There's one right down the street from me. They're so expensive.
Yeah.
Who shops at Staples?
Yeah.
Everything there is so much money.
Even companies don't buy stuff from Staples.
They go to Walmart or Target.
They go to Costco.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, just go to Costco, a store, and just buy a bulk of it.
Right, all those
Doesn't
big...
Costco have a regular Costco?
And
Then they have a Costco,
Costco
business.
Yeah, a lot of times people just buy everything at Costco. Toilet paper at Costco, everything at Costco.
I mean, I gotta be honest though, like Costco is really not any cheaper than Walmart, but that's...
But Costco has bulk.
They do sell...
Well, there's Sam's Clubs too, but you know, Costco has a lot more selection than Sam's Club for business.
Sam's Club is Walmart.
Yeah.
But my problem with Costco is that I used to have a Costco membership, and I used to have a BJ's membership as well. My problem with those discount warehouses is, one, they're not really that discounted. So, for example, a video game that costs $59.99, it costs like $57.80. Huge difference there. Wow.
Well, usually games at Costco that's usually 57 is like a 3-pack in one. I remember.
Well, no, I'm like a new release. Like I would go in and a game that was $59.99.
You don't go to Costco to buy a game. What the hell? Go to Costco to buy a game?
I get it, but they sell a lot of electronics out of those discount warehouses.
They sell a lot of electronics. You know, the reason why I like Costco, is just the return policy is freaking phenomenal. You got 90 days. And I can return it within 90 days. Oh fuck yeah, I'll do that.
That is a great return policy, yeah. But my problem with their food selection is, and yes, they have food in huge bulk, but their selection of food is small. So like they don't have every soda. So like if I want to go to Market Basket, I'm sorry, I'll say Stop and Shop because you guys don't have Market Basket. But if I want to go to Stop and Shop.
What's a Stop and Shop? We don't have a Stop and Shop.
What? Stop and Shop is the largest supermarket chain in the country.
Never seen
one.
Just Google Stop and Shop. It's huge.
We have a Harrison Teeter down the street and a Food Lion.
And Walmart.
Right. Yeah. I mean, technically, Walmart is the largest supermarket in the country. I mean, because it's Walmart, right?
Yeah.
But Stop
Did you know there's Walmart in Japan?
Well, yeah, they're all over China.
Let's go back into GameStop before time runs out. Basically.
So this is anyway. This is the major. This is the largest. This is the big company that wants to buy it.
Yeah.
They own Hot Topic. They own Staples. They're the one.
I think GameStop's gonna be another blockbuster. People, they're gonna buy it. They're gonna try it. And the only thing I can see it is GameStop becoming is only selling retro games and pop figures. That's it.
The only reason why Hot Topic is not going out of business is because of their band T-shirts and their anime. It's their T-shirts that's what's keeping them afloat. That's what's keeping them afloat is their T-shirts.
Yeah, not a lot of people actually buy T-shirts from. You've seen these stores, honey. We've been to a lot of these stores. They're empty.
The ones in California were packed. The one in that mall in Citrus Heights.
No, we went.
That was packed.
We went to different ones, and they're like, no one really. They just look around, look at the price, and they walk out the door.
People go online now. That's the thing. The Hot Topic online has a huge selection, and the store does not. So all their business is online, and you've noticed that with all their deals being online. So that's saying that most of their business is online. So pretty soon, the store's going to close and it's going to become an online-only store.
I can see it as an online thing. I can see GameStop becoming an online thing, too.
I have a question about their online, Hot Topic Online, though. So if the items on Hot Topic Online are cheaper and you walk in the store and they have the same item in the store, will they match the online price?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless it says sale only online.
Yeah.
Or out of stock. Yeah. So, because Walmart, I buy stuff from Walmart all the time, right? And we all know that Walmart.com is cheaper than the prices they have in the store. It's ridiculous. So I had to get, for one of my tablets, I had to get a new micro SD the other day, right? And I walk into Walmart, and the damn thing's $39.99 on the shelf. On the damn webpage, it says it's like $18. So I just showed the clerk, and she just said, oh, okay, $18, and she changed it to $18. So I didn't know if Hot Topic was doing that as well.
They do,
because I think.
But most of their sales say online only.
Yeah, it's just basically they have the store sales. Like buy a shirt, you get 50% off, and you see online buy one get one free, stuff like that.
Just, I mean, that's great. I mean, but all in all, I think Hot Topic's just too expensive, right?
But online they'll have my size online. I go into the store and they don't have my size. It's all gone.
Do you guys know? Do you know FYI, Grim?
FYE.
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 Yeah. That's what.
Yeah, so all the FYEs, if the company's still around, I don't know. All the ones that were in my area, the last one that was around here, and by the way, FYE was always overpriced.
Yeah,
because it's extremely expensive.
Yeah, there was an FYE right next to the Best Buy that's near me, and that I think it went out of business in like the mid 2000s. That particular one, I don't know if the company still exists, but they were so.
It's still in Maryland. There's one at the Hartford Mall where my mom is.
That's what I see GameStop's going to be, another FYE.
Overly expensive, and well, look, we all know that GameStop's model can't exist for much longer.
Yeah.
Anyway, much longer. I mean, maybe another decade it could exist, but eventually, right? If everything goes digital, no one has anything to sell back to GameStop for them to sell used. So they're done. Then they're done. And
there's just too many damn GameStop stores.
Well, they close a lot of them.
Yeah, but
there's two within like a minute of each other. Where we are.
There's 4.
Here?
Yeah, by our house.
There's 4 of them.
So up here around Boston, they actually closed 90% of the GameStops that were in malls in just the last 2 years. 90% of the GameStops that were in malls in New England, I should say in New England, are gone. That's not to say that there aren't still a ton of GameStops. There's a ton of GameStops around here. They're just all strip malls. So what they did is they kept all of the strip mall GameStops and got rid of all the ones that were in the malls.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
these were ones in strip malls, but they're like just there's like too many GameStops. They're not that far from each other. They're like at least a mile away from each other. But they're just too damn. It's like too damn close and just too damn many.
Yeah,
I would just say have one for each town, and keep the one that does the most business, and have only one for each town.
Or just get a bigger store. Or just get a little bit bigger store, put more stuff in there. And if it's like Boston or San Francisco, have at least 2 or 3. That's it. No more.
I think they probably still have one in the Cambridge Side Galleria, which is the very large mall in the middle of Boston. I think that they have one still in there, but all the other malls,
a huge mall.
Even both says, I'm not an expert in business, but buying GameStop is a bad idea because everything, like you said, Grib, everything's going to be digital, and it's going to be hard. It's like no one wants to sell their retro games anymore because they're like actually worth a lot of money. You're not going to get the actual money back.
In the end, say it takes 10 years, say it takes longer, but GameStop has a shelf life, right? Yeah. Unless the company completely changes what they do, it can't exist for more than, I should say, can't exist longer than the next console generation. It's not possible.
The only thing that never had a shelf,
unless they go to just completely becoming an online store.
But what are they going to sell online? If there's no physical copy,
they just sell retro games, trade in retro game stuff. That's it. It's where you go in to buy your retro games. That's it.
So that's a limited market.
Yeah.
And take that from the experience of someone who owned a store that sold retro games. Remember, I was in the business of selling retro games with Magic the Gathering and all those hobby type products. Like I said, one of the things that I did It was retro game. It's a very limited market, and you have to be in the right area. And right now, in the area I live in, retro games are not being traded in. Retro games, there's just is not a large inventory of them sitting in people's houses that they are willing to give up or have. So yes, there are probably certain areas of the country, and I'm like out in Seattle.
No,
I heard the
yeah,
retro game market is still huge out in Seattle.
Yeah, basically, I'm saying no stores, just online instead, just only online.
And eventually,
it's just gonna die.
Yeah, eventually, even that has
it's not a big store. Like, I'm just saying, it's not a big store like Macy's. Macy's a huge store. It's existed since the 1800s.
I don't know how Macy's still alive.
It was like one of the first big department stores. It existed since the 1800s.
I just like not too long ago, I found a Kmart here. They're like closing down.
No, they're still there. So there are no Kmarts in my area either. But there are still Kmarts, right?
Yeah, and they're slowly going down. The Sears are slowly like shutting down doors too. It's like it's like.
Well, but the Macy's is still going. How is Macy's going? I don't know. Way,
Sears and Roebuck was the first department store to ever be. I'm looking it up now.
Yeah,
it was the first. It's the first one opened in 1893.
Yeah, and then Macy's gonna go with it. Then Bleak's gonna go with it too.
So do you remember a store called Filene's? Do you remember Filene's?
I think so.
No.
So Filene's was another huge old clothing chain like Macy's, and they were in a lot of the same malls.
The only old store I can think of that went out of business, there was Montgomery Ward's and there was Heights.
So what happened to Filene's is it actually got bought out by Macy's, which is one of the reasons why Macy's still exists. Filene's was an American department store chain founded in 1881. It was originally the first store was in Boston, Massachusetts. But yeah, anyway, it was a huge department, a huge clothing store like Macy's. In fact, Macy's and Filene's really they're big.
They're the same thing.
Filene's got bought out by Macy's.
Yeah, but sooner or later, a lot of these big stores are gonna be gone.
I don't see Macy's or JCPenney going out because it's too many people shop there.
No, I can see a lot of JCPenney going down. I can see a lot of Macy going down. But there's like like big cities like New York and them, they'll survive. Like cities like around like over here, if they're gonna die out, no one really buys it, and from these
everybody goes to Charlotte and goes to the ones there.
Yeah,
because they're bigger.
What about the home goods chains? I've
never been to a home goods, so I wouldn't know.
I'm talking about TJ Maxx, Marshalls.
I love TJ Maxx. They're always packed. So
okay, so they're owned by a company called PJ Home Goods, and they own.
They own TJ Maxx. They own Home Goods. I think they own Marshalls.
They own Marshalls. They own
I haven't seen much Marshalls around. I see a lot of Ross though.
They also own Ross.
Yeah, they own a bunch of stuff. They're kind of called TJX is the name of the company.
Yeah.
And they kind of own what's called like the home goods stores, the home good department stores, which I think TJ Maxx and Marshalls are the biggest of. And it actually says that TJ Maxx and Marshalls combined are bigger than Macy's as a company.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. How do you think those stores? My question is, how do you think that the TJ Maxx and Marshalls chains, that particular company, how do you think they're going to fare?
Well, they're not going to fail because those
they're not going to fail.
Those are basically our thrift stores.
They're discount stores. You go in there and buy name brand for a cheaper price.
Yeah, they're like for poor people like me.
I can go in there and find name brand makeup for half the price it is at Sephora.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I've had to stand in TJ Maxx for a few hours, and if someone's listening to this, she's probably going to hit me after she hears it.
I'm gonna tell her.
But yes, TJ Maxx has a lot of very expensive bath and body stuff for highly discounted prices.
Yeah.
And they're brand new.
Yeah, and they're brand new. You've got to go through the piles. Same with Marshalls, by the way. Marshalls and TJ Maxx have the same exact stuff.
Yeah.
Over here, we have
TJ Maxx tends to have a bit of better.
We have a Marshalls that's next to TJ Maxx over here, but
same here.
I had an ex that worked at Marshalls.
I just feel sorry for them places that work, the people that work there around Christmas time, because it's always a nightmare in there.
Oh yeah,
I see BMO coming into your room.
BMO? I don't see BMO.
She walked past the door.
Hey, Larry Wolf says he remembers Filene's. Awesome.
I remember one of the biggest toy store. I forget what it was called. It was started in New York.
Toys?
No, not KB Toys. This one has the talking tree and everything, and the train that goes around the whole store.
So they used to be a huge. Listen to this. There used to be a huge toy chain in this area called Child World, and I remember I used to love that store so much. I used to go to that more than Toys R Us when I was a kid. But yeah, where I am, like there was a Child World next to a Toys R Us. The Child World went out of business a long time ago. The Toys R Us that was here literally lasted until last year. They didn't close it until last year.
Yeah, and like a lot of bookstores, there used to be a lot of bookstores back then. There was like only like a few.
Have like Borders.
Borders.
Yeah.
I love Borders.
I love Borders too. So in fact, the Borders building that's in the town next to me is a giant building and it's still empty.
Mm-hmm.
All of these years, that building is sitting there empty. Nothing has been in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a giant brick building rocking away. But down the street, there's a Barnes and Noble. There's Barnes and Nobles all over the place.
I don't see Barnes and Noble.
We don't have Barnes and Noble here.
We have
Maxx. What's the bookstore?
Books A Million.
Books A Million. That's what we have.
Yeah, there's around here. The only bookstore left is Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, because people like start like if I look at all these books. And I use the Amazon barcode scan. I'm like, oh shit, it's like $1 cheaper or a couple dollars cheaper. And I just buy it on Amazon.
I agree for hardcovers, but to be fair, like if you're talking about like soft cover 300-400 page novels, they're really not that much cheaper on Amazon. So like a book that costs $7.99 at Barnes and Noble is like $7.25 on Amazon.
A lot of mangas they sell for like $12.
Manga is a whole different story. Oh yeah, I agree with you. Look, manga, brand new, is obscenely expensive. They want $9.99, $12.99, $15.99, where you can get this stuff used like a buck.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want a brand new, it's expensive.
Like D&D, like D&D
on
books
Amazon,
well.
I can buy them for $8, brand new.
Like for D&D, like a lot of D&D books, they want $40-50 on it on Amazon.
And then on Amazon,
$20.
Well, they're like 30 in Amazon, which I don't understand because remember I used to sell that stuff and I know what the wholesale cost is on a D&D book. So a D&D book that costs $50, $49.99 cover price, it's wholesale cost from a distributor, and there's 10 distributors that you can buy them from at this point. It's $28.50.
Mm-hmm.
So I know no one is getting a better deal than $28.50 on those books. Unless Barnes & Noble and these big book chains like Amazon, unless they're buying them, and this is a possibility, but maybe they're buying them in such huge bulk, they're getting them at like $25. It's a possibility. But I couldn't find any distributors anywhere that would admit to selling them below $28.50.
Well, also, if those books,
if you sell it for $30, you're not making any money. So I don't know.
And also, if those items are sitting for a long time, they're going to discount them and checking them out of the warehouse.
Lance, remember that art book that we got from Barnes and Noble, Spectrum 23? Remember we found the 24 and 25 on Amazon for like $30?
I think they're like $15-20 a piece. I bought
them. But they're $50 at the bookstore.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just it's like It's hard. It's hard because you have all these companies been out for a long time competing against, like like lower prices, and like they cannot, survive because of it. It sucks. I want to pay cheaper price than paying the full price of it.
I still miss that discount bookstore that we went to in Citruside.
I love used bookstore. I always go to used bookstore. I spend like $200 and get like a cart full of books.
I don't mind used bookstores that actually are price corrected. I've seen a lot of used bookstores where they're like, "Oh, we just charge half the cover price."
No, the funny thing is it had a video game aisle.
You should be charging like 50 cents a book, not half the cover price. If a used book is half cover price, I don't want the used book.
Well, a half price book, we used to buy a lot of books there. I used to buy a lot of the Pathfinder modules there, but never buy used video games at half price book. Oh my god.
Say hi, Dima.
They're like so overpriced and everything. Well, anyhow, guys.
Set the 2-hour mark, so let's
end it. Well, anyhow, guys, thank you guys for watching. Next week, Sunday, will be episode 6 on our podcast. Leave down in the comments what do you guys want us to talk about for next section. Subscribe.
Also, if anyone wants to come in and chat with us on Discord, I mean, feel free.
Yeah. Subscribe, like, share. Dark Tide Enterprise, links down below as well. That's where Grim's from. Ashley's Art Fantasies, link down below. And also a 1,000 sub giveaway will be a Nintendo Switch, a Diablo Eternal Edition. Well, thank you guys for watching and have a great day.
And don't forget, watch and laugh at Lance playing Persona 3 because he loves that game.
Oh god, I hate it so bad. It's like so bad. 10 out of 10, Bebo, you are so cute. He's gonna be in my belly soon. See you guys.
That is terrible. Good night.